Okay, testing, testing. Seems good. Doop doop doop. More doop doop doop. Alright. What happens if I press this button? Not that one. Oh, I forgot I need to adjust chat, don't I? There we go.
I'll see you in the next one. Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Starts to feel his bruises, though.
Hey there, Rift.
Kid just rages for a while. An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines. Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her. It's a wonder the old saloon's still standing. Used to have the nicest view. He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Wait, haven't I? Anyway, Rondé's place just brings back memories. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. He gets a good look at things on his way down.
The only thing that you missed was him saying, "I'll see you in the next one." That's it. Everything else you'll see.
He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Wasn't long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
This song always reminds me of Mischief Makers. I need to go back and play that at some point.
He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Ooh, new stuff. Ooh. Champagne. Cute. Increased damage.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Like a calamity cannon. Let's do this.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
Oh.
That one was Maud, the tutor. Once taught the kid good manners. He never used them, though. And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
Did I accidentally shoot someone?
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way.
Well,
The Bastion's real close now. Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Kid puts him out of his misery. He finds the core to the Wharf District.
No. Oh, yeah, no, there's a bunch of flavor text for killing, like, everyone.
He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. Somersaulting like crazy.
Yeah, no.
At last, the skyway's in sight. Whisks him where he needs to go. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there, then watch. I try to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, all right, except no one else showed up. And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again, growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
I might have screwed up somewhere.
Kid ponders what to build. The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to. Ain't much Kid can't handle with hammer and bow in hand. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him.
Maybe I'm forgetting, but...
The breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots. He's focused. He's armed. And he's off. A perfect shot just happens in a flash. proud of that show. I almost don't believe it when he says he passed the Breaker's challenge.
I forget how exactly. Exit to main menu. I forget, how do we access the other stoof? One moment. No, not that. Okay, so it does unlock here, but I have to get to the workman's ward. Right, okay, got it. Okay! Let's hoop-a-doop all the way to the workman's ward.
I almost don't believe it when he says he passed the Breaker's challenge. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
Hang on, someone's messaging me.
Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel. The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back. No core, no surprise. Like the gas fellas are hiding it from him. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his. Now the weight of the world's behind his every swing. Ain't never letting go of his old friend with a sturdy grip like that. kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting. A sail hammer's only as strong as its spine. And that's a strong spine. He put some finishing touches on the business end of that thing.
Now, if I remember correctly, it gave me 10%, 20%, 30%. So this is more than likely to crit.
Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again.
Versus...
He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Hopes he'll never see one again.
Oh, I don't want to pick that up.
Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble. Them squirts just don't know when to quit. Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. No white gas fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same thing. And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started. He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be all right. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. The calamity saved some of my old books. Guess it's got a sense of humor.
Alright,
A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here.
Now, I'm going to grab a couple more cores so that I can get the shrine and the,
Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out. The Sundown Path. Lovely place for a stroll. Before the calamity, that is.
Fairly certain that this place does absolutely have a core, so...
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.
Splat.
Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stabweeds. Blasted things hurt like a broken heart. He cuts down every stabweed like there's gonna be a prize for it. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. Core's stuck inside one of those fancy cages. He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard he popped that mean old foreman. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30. Hard to tell. Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. It ain't all bad, because the kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy. Troublesome scene, to be sure. A few moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7. Give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge. Ain't no easy way out of this mess.
Here we go.
I still remember the look on his face after that one. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started.
Champagne. See if I need more damage.
Doom shine's a bit of an acquired taste, like a mouthful of horseradish. Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Caelondia. It was good living here for a while. With the bow and repeater at the ready, Kid aims to keep a safe distance. You don't want to know what he did to that thing, but believe me, it works. Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them. Now he can shoot that fang repeater all day long.
If I remember correctly, we don't get one this time.
Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid.
Yep.
Floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. So could a reckless kid, for that matter. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about risking his hide for him, though. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery. Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. Finds a spyglass. Like the ones they'd use to search the stars. The calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core? Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. Find time to find him. He's wise to toss those things plenty far away. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake them up. In all this toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming
Noise of tomfoolery.
question.
Yep.
Who else could have survived the calamity?
Now, we're going to go to that place where there's all those people that have been turned to dust. Do you want me to kill them so we can get color commentary?
So we didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. Kid don't always care for fancy guns and things. A bow and pike will do just fine. To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. Don't want that thing leaving your hands until you decide it's time. Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight. When you've got a solid balance, you've got what you need. We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we built.
They're already dead, but I don't like mucking around with the dead. I don't. Not in that way, at least. Frank Peter.
The Hanging Gardens. Folks used to go here to relax from their relaxing. The dead. The dead ain't gotta worry about this mess. The calamity took everybody after all.
Oh, I have a hand grenade instead of squirt
Kid sees
lures.
a plain, frozen faces all around.
Well, I don't care if they die from reasons that I caused or reasons that the enemy caused. Or just happen to die. I don't like messing with the dead.
You don't much care to see him. Not like this. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. It was someone like him. Something so familiar about that man. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it.
Oh God.
They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nordy, the bird boy, didn't make it. The Jawsons, they didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here. Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? The Corps survived as well. Kid does what he has to do. And then... what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zolf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time. We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now. For Zolf, Caelondia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east. We all lost loved ones in the calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine. Zolf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says. He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Uras sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. The Corps, they remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Well, look what we have here. Behold, the Pantheon.
Now we have all of them.
Hensa.
Caution, foes will be stronger. Really?
Akobi. Lemaine. Pith. Javel. Udrig. Garmouth. Messia.
God of thirst and plenty. Oh God, foes shall never yield health or black tonics. The Gordian host grows ever larger, yet remains insatiable, his eyes awash in tears.
Rothus.
God of chance and whim, alive forever in a single moment. The carefree sun plays beyond the reach of time. Foes shall sometimes turn into air, unable to be hit.
Oleg.
What?
The gods never liked competing for people's affections. That's the way to make every shot count. Even the army never issued carbines in such fine shape. It's no longer a weapon, it's a precision instrument. He's made a right comfortable bed for all those bullets.
I'm going to see about continuing forward and...
Seen a lot of strange before, but this takes the cake.
What did I just equip? Viscous substance of... Scientific apparatus. Wait a minute, is this a turret? I'm gonna grab another core and then...
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
I don't remember there being...
That's Cinder Brick Fort, where the marshals used to watch over the city.
Alright, let's go get fucked.
There's only one way to Cinder Brick Fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags.
Oh god, I've made terrible mistakes.
The calamity was mercy for normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky. They've been left to freeze or starve or face the kid.
Hang on.
I'm not bound.
Why is there a portal turret here? There's a portal turret here. Oh god. Come here. Oh boy. Oh my. Oh, for fuck's sake. What? What? Yeah, exactly. We've got a fucking portal turret.
Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort.
Wow, that was fortunate and exceptional. I shot one of them. It deflected off of them and hit the guy behind me. Oh no. Fuck that.
At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift.
Yeah,
Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal.
What the fuck was that noise? I don't remember that. You heard that bang. You did hear that bang. Oh, that was a bad idea. That corn bin is the best tank in the world.
The Calamity drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort. Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days.
Ooh? Oh. Woo! Stop deflecting everything! I didn't pick up the machete last time either. I don't need to pick that up. Still.
Windbags can't use the marshal supplies, but the kid sure can. As for the windbags, Cinder Brick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though.
Oh, fuck off. Move.
So many of those sorry things holed up inside that old fort.
Activated.
The thing about this, I think, is that it can't turn around. No, we're about to find out. Yeah, it can't turn around. Okay. That's a lot of damage. I can now officially one-shot bosses, possibly.
Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works.
Oh, by damn it, I did it again.
Kid ain't afraid of getting burned.
Unexpected coordinates.
They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds. Then they bring out Glutus and Glandon and all their scumbag uncles. Kid takes down Glutus, or maybe it was Glandon. The uncles go out with a whimper. They got something to gain, and only their sorry hides to lose. The windbags finally get the message.
We has turrets.
Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this.
Not like this.
The Skyway's a welcome sight after all that. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort.
What the fuck was that noise?
Kid shows up just as Zolf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zolf was his smoking pipe. Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this. The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity. Zolf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals. You show me whoever made this, Zolf says, and I'll show you a scientific genius. Even since the Ura surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him. Some things just ain't meant for this world, but who are we to judge?
Fuck's sake, aperture science.
The lost and found. Here, Kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again.
Hang on. It's not gonna add anything that I'm putting up the fucking vigil.
Kid shows up just as Zolf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zolf was his smoking pipe. The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
We do what we
Zolf's
must
travels
because
ain't
we
much
can.
compared to what the kids had to go through for all this. The memorial. Here, Kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind. The valediction. Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more. The service. For all the men and women who serve Celandia.
Now what is this? Pierce a foe with a thrust, then quickly finish it with a throw.
Nothing makes a gun so dangerous as a keen eye.
Alright. Boomer rounds.
That ought to give those dueling pistols a little extra kick.
Right, okay. I'm going to see about doing the whatchamacallit. Where is it? Where is Happy Turret?
Sometimes arrows ain't enough, so Kid packs something bigger just in case.
This will not service me. This will, however. Now, I shouldn't be taking damage to begin with, so... Let's be honest, I'm Probably gonna get my face
Black
handed to me.
rye is like hot pineapple chowder on a cold day. Brings
Alright.
back memories.
The entire Pantheon is on. Let us
Poor
try
kid
and...
collapses after just one drag.
We'll do this and then do the other thingy, and once you've done your fast food run, we can...
The past. Only
do
good thing ever
transistor.
come out of the past is history.
Time to move. Oh god, he's air. That's why.
The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started.
Yeah, you just stay there, buddy. Said stay there.
Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie.
Oh, come on. When the fuck did the...
He never knew his old man.
Oh, no.
But he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his.
Okay, hang on. Hang on. We've got a problem. Potions don't drop anymore. So...
Kid takes another drag. Goes out like a light.
So that one god means that nothing ever drops potions.
There's something you should know about the kid, but let me take it from the top. Past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Ooh, what was that saying? Anyway. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it.
Okay. Return to the Bastion. And see about... That's fine. That's not...
Third time's a charm, right? Wrong. Ever tell you how the kid got himself wrapped up in this mess to begin with? The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it.
Oh, that works.
Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found neither.
Oh, come off it. Well, there goes all my turrets.
So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, a kid learned to fend for himself, learn to build, learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that.
Whoa!
What was that saying? Anyway. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him. Well, he finally arrived at Caelondia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else.
Oh, piss. Yeah, hit me and not them.
But then, all he got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name. Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me. I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing, what he's done. I surely would.
For fuck's sake. The orb was attacking me and was like, you can't touch me. Fuck you, orb. Okay.
You'd never guess those things been to the wilds and back.
Armor Eater. Yeah, these would be good. Right. I'll restart the stream. We'll do, Actually, Rift, are you still here? Rift, are you still here? Okay. Hmm.
Bold brandy is thicker than paint. Makes your skin feel as tough as knife bark.
Yeah, hammer does more damage. Yeah, I'll reset the stream here.